everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video about the longest lasting sweet perfumes for all you sweet vanilla sugary perfume fans out there. If you're new here, then hello, welcome. We are all about perfumes here. I have hundreds of other videos, including videos of the whole ranges of all the ones I'll talk about in this video. I will leave the links to where you can buy all the perfumes we talk about in this video down below in the description box for North America, UK, Europe. And if you're a regular but you haven't subscribed yet, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and show your support. And you can also support me as a member of my channel here on YouTube or on Patreon. Cool, so I think I'm gonna start with some celebrity perfumes. So even though there's a bit of a stigma attached to wearing a celebrity perfume, some of them are actually really good and they're usually at really affordable prices compared to mainstream designer fragrances. So I am going to recommend the Ariana Grande range of perfumes for great long-lasting affordable sweet perfumes. I have Cloud, which is a sweet coconut, but there's also Thank You Next, which is like a macaroon, raspberry macaroon with some coconut in. That's a bit sweeter. She also has Sweet Like Candy and her original Ari fragrance, and those older ones you can usually get even cheaper. Perhaps the more recent ones like Cloud and Thank You Next will be maybe, I don't know, £35, but the older ones might be more like £25. The more recent ones do come in these really cool bottles. Cloud is my favourite. It's great if you love coconut, but Thank You Next comes in this really nice heart, and that really is like walking into a macaroon shop. You know, these French patisseries, you get that really sweet raspberry macaroon vibe, and they are all pretty good for lasting. Cloud especially is very good for lasting, so don't dismiss just because it's a celebrity perfume. Perhaps you're not a fan of Ariana Grande, but don't dismiss her perfumes. I guess the OG original celebrity sweet perfumes were the Fantasy perfumes from Britney Spears. I have Midnight Fantasy, which is a sweet plum perfume. Original Fantasy in the pink bottle is even sweeter. It's kind of like a cupcake, vanilla icing type fragrance. They are both really good for lasting. I find that this stays on me like for 24 hours. Stays in my hair until I wash it. Like, it's really good for lasting, and again you can usually get these for about £20. So those will be my top celebrity perfume recommendations for really good long-lasting sweet fragrances. One that's very affordable is of course Pink Sugar from Aqualina. These are very affordable, maybe £10–15. Even though it's an eau de toilette, it is really strong and it literally just smells like sugar. It's so sweet. I was watching a video the other day and drag queens were talking about how they wear this for their performances and it lasts really well. So this is an incredibly affordable way of literally smelling like you've just stepped out of a cotton candy machine or a sugar factory or something. So you have to really want something sweet, but it is super affordable, and you could even layer this on top of a more expensive fragrance if you wanted to make that a bit sweeter. So when it comes to the mainstream popular designer perfumes, I do think that Lancome's La Vie Belle, which is a bestseller worldwide, is probably the best sweet vanilla perfume available right now in terms of lasting power and longevity. This range really are very good for lasting. Lancome in general do make really good perfumes that last really well, and this original with its vanilla praline gives a really warm sweet vibe that really does last. There's some patchouli in here as well that helps with the lasting, but the main thing that comes through is the vanilla praline. If you want a bit of fruitiness, raspberry, then the Intensement version is nice. But the others in the range, Soleil Crystal, L'Eclat, those ones are different. They're not as vanilla-y. So you want the original or the Intensement if you want the sweetest ones. Another bestseller is Black Opium, which is a sweet coffee fragrance, kind of like a vanilla latte. that kind of vibe. YSL's original Opium back in the 80s was a huge seller, but that is like a spicy, aromatic-y oriental perfume. This more modern black Opium range have this coffee vibe running through them all. I think the sweetest is the original, though I noticed they have just released an extreme version that I haven't tried yet, which looks like it has more coffee in. This is another one which is good for lasting. You get compliments when you wear it. I often smell this on people, ask them what they're wearing. It's black Opium, so definitely good for lasting. But it's not just the vanilla sweetness, it does have these coffee undertones and some floral undertones as well. I think when it comes to a sweet caramel fragrance, if you want something that's like a warm, sweet fragrance, perhaps for Christmas time, where you want that like sweet warmth, my two recommendations are Bon Bon from Viktor and Rolf and Prada Candy. I have them both in little minis here. They're very, very similar fragrances. They both, main note is a sugary caramel. I think that the Prada Candy one is a little bit more powdery, a bit more makeup vibe, whereas the Bon Bon is perhaps a little bit sweeter and a little bit more sugary, younger scent. The bottle is so cute on Bon Bon, I really like it. They're both pretty good for lasting. I think maybe Bon Bon is slightly better. I have smelt this on people and it does give a very sweet, super feminine vibe. I think if Barbie was to wear a perfume, maybe she'd wear Bon Bon. It's that kind of thing. But Prada Candy, again, has that warm vanilla, a bit more sophisticated than Bon Bon. There's loads of others in the range, but this is the one which is the sweet vanilla one. I have done a video explaining the difference in the whole range because they are all quite different. But these are your caramel ones. These is what I'd reach to in like a cold day when you want something sweet but comforting and warm. If you want something sweet but kind of fruity sweet, I would go down a almond route. So I think the best perfume here would be Hypnotic Poison. So that is probably the strongest, sweetest, long-lasting perfume on the market that I recommend. It's so amazing for lasting. It comes in this really cool red bottle, like something that like the evil queen would have, and it really is a hypnotic scent. You have to be wanting to smell of a heavy, strong, sweet fragrance all the time. I personally can't wear it because after like half an hour I start to feel queasy and sick, and then it's so strong you can't get rid of the smell from you. But it really is insanely good for lasting. The original Eau de Toilette is amazing for lasting. They have an Eau de Parfum version as well, but definitely try this. It's just very sweet, very heavy and heady, so you have to be wanting that. If you want to go a little bit more towards a deep fruity sweet, then Guerlain's Mon Petit Robe Noir is a cherry almond, like a sweet liqueur vibe. It's incredibly good for lasting. That cherry is the main note, but it's not a fresh cherry, nothing like that. It's like a cherry liqueur, very sweet and deep and heavy. And then the almond in here really helps this last as well. The bottles are beautiful. I think they're really underrated perfumes. They last incredibly well. The original Eau de Parfum is the one you want. Amazing for lasting. You can often get these discounted as well, and they just kind of fly under the radar. I don't know why. They're definitely underrated. For a marshmallow sweetness, the Dolce & Gabbana Pour Femme perfumes, there's the original Eau de Parfum and the intense version that I have here. Both have a load of intense marshmallow in. They are really sweet, good for lasting. The original has the vanilla marshmallow, and then it has some orange blossom, some raspberry, so it's a little bit more prettier, a little bit more daytime, and the raspberry makes it a sort of sugary sweet marshmallow. The intense version is a little bit more deeper and darker. Instead of raspberry, they've put like a orange, like a sugary orange in, and the marshmallow is even stronger. So it depends, do you want raspberry, do you want orange? That's the difference between the two, but they're both really strong marshmallow, great for lasting. I think again, the intense version is good for that comfy winter vibe, and then the original Eau de Parfum version is good for perhaps if you want something sweet during the day or sort of date night in the summertime. And lastly, I wanted to mention Lancome Hypnose. The original Eau de Parfum that has purple liquid is a vanilla perfume. It has a vetiver note in, so it's a little bit aromatic. And there's also a passion flower. Here I have Hypnose Senses, which has honey in. It's not quite as sweet as the original, but these are very classic perfumes, quite under the radar, quite affordable. If you like something a little bit aromatic, then I would try the original Hypnose. Cool, so that's my rundown of my top sweet, long-lasting perfume recommendations. Let me know what others you'd add to this list down below in the comments. And like I said, I'll leave the link to where you can get all of these in the description box. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!